Primeira vez que teve aquele bicho.
Não sou dona.
Finalmente. Caralho. Nossa. Caraca, essa sessão é bem longa, hein? Uou. Nossa. Isso tudo pra um baú, velho. Ah, tá. Tá aqui que pega a roupinha. Ok. Eu tô rico demais e eu provavelmente vou morrer perder todo esse dinheiro à toa. Ok. Mano, depois de 3 anos sem jogar o jogo, eu ainda zerei a terceira célula, velho. Pô, eu nem precisei usar a espada de chefe aqui, mano. O inimigo também sobe. Porra. Caralho. E esse quadradão aí do lado? Mano, tem muita coisa aqui que me deixa muito curioso se tem item e coisa assim. Tipo aqui em cima e esse quadradão aí. Mano, mesmo na dificuldade de um, eu sofri pra matar o cara. Caralho. 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 Eu acho que isso é o melhor boss pra usar essa arma, mano. Yeah.
Screenshot and went on with my day. When I checked back on Twitter though, I accidentally created a viral tweet. Tons of replies, quote retweets, the whole shebang. The reason for this is because everyone else was starting to notice Garten and Ban, and more creators slowly dropped videos on it throughout the day. You'd think my involvement with the story would end here, but surprisingly, something that didn't even happen on Twitter ended up taking over Twitter for multiple days straight.
I think the lesson here, if you are wanting to make a captivating turn-based battle system, or are a game freak, is to strike a balance between throwing out so much fancy camera work that is jarring to the eye, and barely using it at all. What you want is to use everything we've talked about today intentionally to dress up where animations fail.
The same low price of $19.99.
All right, what's here? 4, Mighty Tape. The tape killed him. We don't know that for certain. We just know that he died peacefully of a cocaine attack shortly after this.
Decisions throughout Nintendo, but the castle really does feel like an art gallery instead of a castle. Luigi is Jesus. In Super Mario 64 DS, if you charge up a running start using Luigi next to water, Luigi comfortably runs across the water for around 2 seconds. You know who else walks on water? Super Mario FX Rumor. Super Mario FX is rumored to be the earliest known version of Super Mario 64. Originally developed for the Super Nintendo using the Super FX chip, the FX chip was successfully used in other SNES games like Yoshi's Island and Star Fox. Miyamoto has said in the past that he thought about creating a three-dimensional Mario game during the development of Star Fox, and this had led many people to believe that a Mario game using the Super FX chip could have been in the works for the Super Nintendo, before the existence of the Nintendo 64. But as of right now, these aren't really quickly go over the metal wing cap because I know that both of these are right. It's possible to combine the wing cap and the metal cap just like how you can with the Vanish and metal cap, but it's only possible through hacking as no level in the game has both caps. Womp's Fortress Tower 1. After defeating Womp, it can be anything, just whatever the immediate thing that comes to your mind is. Got it? Okay, great. If you pictured Mario falling or even making a falling noise, then you might be prone to this theory. Cabin Proprietor. The cabin proprietor is an implied character in Super Mario 64 who owns the cabin in Cool Mountain. He gladly welcomes Mario and says that anyone may enter through the chimney. I wonder what he could look like. Defeating the Mad Piano. It's technically possible to defeat the Mad Piano in Big Boo's Haunt by using hacks to make the piano despawn. It's about time 255 coin limit. Separately from the 999 coin limit, there is an unintentional coin limit involving the saved coin score. This value overflows and is set to 0 if the number of coins Mario collects in a course is a multiple of 256. Panic goes into much greater detail for a month and a half off, at least making non-content. If I do make anything, it's going to be smaller. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with a couple friends. It really means a lot to me. Peace.
No.
2010 was a very transitional year for the Red Ball series. In its founding year of 2009, players were treated to two distinct experiences. The first was best described as a simple physics sandbox.
Parece que não tá ligado. Eu fiz uma run, eu cheguei lá aqui nesse lugar aqui, né? eu fiquei confuso porque eu peguei 2 blueprints. E do Sonic Carbine e do escudo de outra cidade, né? Só que na hora que eu cheguei no lugar lá, não tinha o cara pra eu dar o blueprint todo. Não sabia se realmente tá liberado, porque eu achei que ia ser bem parecido. Se eu tivesse que matar o collector pra você poder colocar os negócios no jogo. Aí eu cheguei nele e eu tava usando a crossbow de recarregar lá. Eu mal consegui dar dano nele que eu morri rapidão. Aí eu fiquei treinando por mais tempo aqui também. Ok. Tipo, eu acho que é de boa até, agora que eu aprendi. Eu então vou matar ele mais uma vez.
What matters is how his family is doing.
I told you yesterday I've been doing this for a long time, and you're absolutely right. You know, the person's family who was hurt, they're obviously hurt. But there's a second family that hurts as well. And in this case, it's your family.
The objective of good cop, bad cop seems to have worked. A higher level of trust and rapport seems to now be established. Jodie pours out her emotion as the detective offers a sympathetic and understanding tone. But then something very interesting happens. Once she composes herself, she for some reason requests to see the photos of Travis. Not before, but after he was murdered. Many could think she is attempting to gain some sort of depraved satisfaction from seeing them. Yet going off how the rest of this interrogation
Falta 2 achievements ainda. Cadê? Cadê o jogo? Meus 2 achievements. Aí.
So this is pretty cool. One of my subscribers found a pizza vending machine.
Okay.
I found an artist with some incredible penmanship. Free.
We're the world's first free beverage company. The advertisements on the packaging pay for everything.
I found an incredible video showing a microscopic view of what happens to germs when you use soap. The soap destroys the cell's membrane, causing it to fall apart.
Velho.
Come on, Harper, you can do it. Rusty, come here. He loves it. Oh, now you come. Thank you. Thank you for landing it right there. That's exactly where I wanted you.
These people tried overinflating a basketball.
Rusty! Oh! Don. Crate. Don, crate. Don, crate.
This person accidentally left their phone camera on, so these guys saw a great opportunity.
Nice. o achievement. 2 achievements. Cadê? Cadê? Me dê. Oh, cutscene longa, vai logo.
A few weeks ago, I talked about how dust from the Sahara Desert made its way to Europe. So here's some video footage of people in France snowboarding on snow that is covered in sand from Africa. So this is pretty interesting. This cat was born with 4 ears. This driver stopped to deliver a package, and when he came back to his van, some goats took it over. This is probably the coolest Christmas decoration I've ever seen. These tuna crabs have never seen a human before, and we're very curious to check everything out. I have some bad news for all the haters that made fun of my name because I wasn't posting every single day. Well, guess what? I'm posting every single day now. That is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Later.
What is that? 407. I've identified myself. You know why you're in custody. And you guys, you signed this. You want me to read this?
Hey, it's Casey. I'm with Corporal Edwards. I know what the last name's are. I'm at the Sheriff's Department if you'd like to come down and meet with us. Thank you. Yes. To answer your other question, from that picture, I got my hair, it was really short, even when I was trying to start growing it back out this year, so. That's about that. How's my dad this morning? Yeah, honestly. I only saw from the meeting, got a chance to hear.
Pior que nem ia fazer diferença, porque eu acho que pra pegar... Eu pesquisei, pra pegar o 100 hit eu tenho que estar com a roupa do rei. Mas velho, eu treinei bastante ele antes de vir cá. Cusão. cara tem voz. Tem coca no jeito. Ah, velho, meu coração tá batendo muito, mano. Imagina ter uma luta contra ele. Eu achei que ia ter outro diálogo, velho. E sim, isso aqui tá sendo minha run de Crush Sword. Só que eu tô roubando por causa do Foresight. Eu prefiro assim. Mano, é engraçado que o Foresight não bloqueia o dano contra a armadilha, então eu fico bem confiante entre os inimigos, mas toda hora que eu ver uma armadilha eu cago de medo.
Deception, I think, is the one where they enter dreams. It's like a dormant assassin. Once they put it in code. My sister would always, like Megan, she doesn't complain if we want to get past that endo. Option 1, get better characters, then fight it. Option 2, grind on skill on it. What's the worst McDonald's meal? Any McDonald's that's been out for more than like an hour. McDonald's.
Então esse é o Cush Run junto com Hitters. 1 hora, velho, caralho. Eu tive que ir com muita calma. Aí vai dar o final verdadeiro de novo. Bom, tudo que sobrou agora é as conquistas do Queen and Seal. E uns aleatórios.
By pushing against the front side of the train, the space between the carts compresses, allowing Red Ball to exit from being under the spiky ceiling earlier than normal. Barely squeezing through the gap with Spike Glitch, Red Ball lands on the ridge between the 10th and 9th carts of the train. After jumping, you may have noticed that the game still has the 9th cart in the game's contents list. So, what exactly causes this to happen? Rewinding a few. In the run, HS Blue first clips into this corner by holding down and right, Frame perfectly releases the down button to stay inside the wall, and then Frame perfectly hits the up button to keep the player inside the wall while moving to the right. On this frame, the player moves 3 pixels to the right as usual, but now also moves up 3 pixels, as the top collision point is no longer being activated. The game then detects that the player's left collision point is touching a wall, so it moves the player 3 pixels towards the right to force it out. Because of wall clipping, HS Blue moves 3 pixels up and 6 pixels to the right in a single frame, double the game's intended speed cap, which, in this instance, saves a single frame from 2 frame-perfect inputs. Alright, so wall clipping wasn't exactly a revolutionary new strategy, but with enough time to simmer, there was hope that someone would actually figure out how to save some decent time with it. However, while people were still searching for more applications for this new technique,
Será que foi os dois? Sem hit e full house? Eu vou ter que esperar a cutscene longa acabar. Mas provavelmente consegui. Tá, eu achei que ia demorar bem mais que isso. É. Fiz isso, velho. Aí.
Network of zoo friends until they were banned. After all, Sean was very right to be paranoid about Coyote, as a later video of his included conversations sourced by Winter Green, another zoo and former friend of Sean's, who also had decided some kind of ethical line was crossed. Imagine being such a degenerate that even other zoos can't put up with it anymore. Regardless, Winter Green said, Quantum took a fawn's corpse, stuffed it in his fridge, and had slept with it for 3 days. He had Redacted try and look out for him whilst he put a fox corpse in his trunk, and he did. He's had consistent bloodstains left in his house from deer corpses, and his one regret, according to Redacted, was a rotting raccoon corpse he eats. Quantum is... He's even been looked into by the feds for sending pornographic to kids. Sucked a 40-year-old for a job, too. Also, Quantum struck the guy's dog. Redacted told him Viva la Resistance could be offensive to some French people, but he doesn't want to cater to everyone. He made a dumb joke, and if you're offended, you can go away, you can fuck off. Stop being a baby. This feels more like a defense of Filthy Frank or iDubbbz or Leafy from 2016. It doesn't feel like something a YouTuber in the modern age would do. So why does this matter? Well, about a day later, Dream went live with his Twitch viewers and decided to apologize for his behavior in his tweets. He says that he was too mean, and that he now understands why people were being upset. He also specifically compares the clip to something is shitty fucking grilled cheese on the Mr. Beast menu. Dude, this is not a grilled cheese, okay? This is just bread and cheese. I have this in my fridge. But, of course, the stands must have their way. And with how quickly these YouTubers respond and power and fear at them, fucking trembling. I mean, honestly, who could blame them for thinking that they'll get what they want? And you know, you could go even farther than Carl if you really wanted to. You could be like Drew Gooden and donate $15,000.
Eu acho que eu tenho que explicar, calma aí. Por que que eu tô sem escudo? Eu vi que as saves não estavam funcionando muito bem, então eu tava com isso aqui com 2 vezes de dano na mochila, eu pensei, velho, vai ser isso aqui mesmo, né? Só que aí eu tava sem escudo, eu achei que o Kakun ia poder dar um pouquinho de dano crítico ainda, mas deu pra fazer mesmo assim.
I guess at the very least, actually complete your profile because it says 45% complete. So fill out as much as you are comfortable with Tinder actually going to options that you are given. Clearly there is another section here for lifestyle.
drinking on special occasions, smoking, social smoker, cannabis, socially, workout never, dietary preferee, omnivore,
preference,
social media, passive scroller, sleeping habits, early bird. What do you think? Actually, wait, last one. Oh, man. 21 pilots. Oh, this was the earlier thing. Got it. Okay. Then he likes flashlights. It is fun. Okay, let us go back to this one and go ahead. What's your initial thought?
Pior que essa vai ser a única parte que eu vou estar estupidamente forte. Porque eu não vou pegar mais nenhuma scroll depois disso. Então vai ser só com essas coisas que eu modifiquei. E eu vou pegar outra coisa que tá lá ainda.
Mountains, hiking, gym, stand-up comedy. These are like, what does stand-up comedy mean? Do that casually? Like, this can mean all sorts of things. What does fishing and hiking do? I think it's you're focusing too much on, I'm jacked as fuck, and I have a cool dog, not enough on expanding on the other areas, which then make jacked as fuck, and I have a cool dog, and then these things, like, have more appeal, right?
I think maybe the thing that he's going for is just distracting you from his massive massive muscle.
Eu já tô sentindo que eu não tô dando dano suficiente, velho.
Not able to articulate it very well. I don't think that's my goal.
Alright, so that's just your bug thing. You know what I will say to the guy here about, oh wait, back. Talking to women, related to what we were saying, I think if you expand more on your interests and what you like about your interests, then you're more likely to find somebody who wants to talk about those things, be interested in those things. Finding people who are interested in what you're interested in is what makes conversations easier, right? Or you just, you're like me and Parks are, we're super different and weird for some reason, like hanging out. Alright, the next profile.
Aí, meu dano voltou a ser aceitável, eu acho.
Bam. Okay. This is Bumble. Review this dating website as well.
I thought we weren't doing it. I want it.
It's jokingly, this is new one. Alright, we'll review Bumble. Interests, concerts, horror, rock, superhero.
Finding specific ores and smelting now will give XP, except enchanting still makes you poor. Yeah, Mojang, this is great and all, but this doesn't solve the repairing problem. Well, Mojang, listen. Now in version 1.4.2, also known as the Pretty Scary update, we got the Anvil. And a new boss, but who cares? With the Anvil, you can now repair and rename items while keeping their enchantments. Let's go! And then in 1.4.6, we got enchanted books, and now we can manually add specific enchantments to our items. This is terrible. Don't get me wrong, the things that the Anvil can do are awesome.
Please. Ooh, I can lure them down here. That's actually genius. All I had to do was get a couple hundred men with bows, arrows, and axes to chase me down a one-by-one hole. What could go wrong? I have some free candy. Just follow me into the dark cavern. Thank you kindly for your donations. Now that we have our 5 emeralds, we just have to go back to 1.19 and everything will be fine. I hate my life. I'm very excited for the day I never have to look at dirt again. Oh, nope. What? That's it. I'm leaving. I'm digging a new hole somewhere else. Or maybe I can just box them in. Alright, well that's an issue to deal with for another day. For now, it's time to get a wander. I once pet donkey. Don't get bought! Alright, well donkeys don't fit in boats. Good to know. Just gonna... I have a guard donkey! I'm not going insane. Fun fact, guard donkeys actually exist.
É interessante porque esses dois aqui era arma de 2. Se eu tirar isso aqui, eles vão bugar, então não vou poder tirar. Mas nenhum deles também vai poder dar crítico. Legal que nem mostra dano, cara.
Due to my unfortunate problem. You see, I just can't seem to close tabs. I always seem to have at least 300 open at any one time. They're my babies, I can't abandon them. This leads to all my RAM being used, so games end up slowing down. But with Opera GX, this isn't a problem because I can limit the amount of RAM and CPU the browser uses. Opera GX also has seamless integration with platforms like Twitch, Discord, and Spotify, plus many more, so you can easily keep track of when your followed streamers go live, chat while browsing, and to listen to your favorite songs. Now I know what you're thinking, setting up a new browser is annoying and I don't want to ditch my old extensions. But Opera GX allows you to quickly import all of your settings from your normal browser. Plus, it's even compatible with Google Access. Then the runner Jojo got the bright idea to run several instances of Minecraft at the same time, which would let players check worlds much quicker. This was first actually implemented by the runner Hamazon, even though it wasn't technically allowed by the official Minecraft rules at the time. However, this was ultimately changed, which eventually led to the insanity that we have today, and what's called the Wall. The new world record holder Xylanox was running 15 separate games of Minecraft at the same time, which allows him to check way more worlds and improve the odds of getting a lucky seed. This ends up being super useful, because these days, the strategy has been refined to the point where your options are rather limited. A couple of years ago, there were actually quite a few different ways you could set a new world record. For example, you could spawn near a village where you could get food, iron, and maybe obsidian if you were lucky. You could also spawn near an ocean and find a monument for gold, which could be used to trade with pigmen. Finding a shipwreck then became super popular, which contained chests how to check way more worlds and improve the odds of getting a lucky seed. This ends up being super useful, because these days, the strategy has been refined to the point where your options are rather limited. A couple of years ago, there were actually quite a few different ways you could set a new world record. For example, you could spawn near a village where you could get food, iron, and maybe obsidian if you were lucky. You could also spawn near an ocean and find a monument for gold, which could be used to trade with pigmen. Finding a shipwreck then became popular, which contained chests housing iron and food. A ruined portal could also be used, and is theoretically the fastest way to enter the nether. I mean, technically you could even have just spawned near a cave and dug down, gathering resources along the way. Nowadays there's basically only one strategy, one meta that is considered the best, and it's what all of the top players aim to find, and that's a spawn next to a buried treasure. Buried treasure contains gold, iron, diamonds, food, and TNT, which are all incredibly useful.
But the truth is, if it wouldn't come with a scope attached to it, everyone would play it, because you no longer get the disadvantage you get when playing with a scoped gun. A disadvantage with the scope? How is that possible, right? It makes everything bigger, making them a bigger target. That's amazing. And yeah, while that is true on long range, on close range, it's actually downright horrible. When you zoom in, you don't actually move your camera closer to the target. Instead, you decrease your FOV, which stands for field of view. The higher the field of view, the more you see around you. The lower, the less. The downside of having a lower field of view is that you see less around you. You get tunnel vision. If you are looking at the doorframe and holding it with a sniper, you basically force yourself to really focus on that doorframe. So if someone picks you from anywhere else,
Realmente está mais balanceado do que eu pensei, na verdade.
range distance of the door and someone swings you.
11 first-person shooter developed by 3D Realms and published by 2K Games. It's the fourth main installment in the beloved Duke Nukem series and the sequel to Duke Nukem 3D, which came out 15 years earlier. The game was actually announced all the way back in 1997, but was stuck in development hell due to engine changes, understaffing, and a lack of an overall plan. This game actually has the Guinness World Record for the longest development time for a video game. One could say that it took forever to come out.
Acabei ficando com a arma horrível. Que incrivelmente a rapira é horrível nesse mod.
After receiving an order from the president not to harm the aliens, Duke is attacked by the aliens and is forced to fight them. Because the aliens have a vendetta against Duke, they start to abduct several women, including his 2 pop star girlfriends. When he goes to the Duke Dome to fight the aliens, he finds the missing women who have been impregnated with alien babies, and his 2 girlfriends both die after giving birth to aliens. Understandably,
Mano, que... Eu sou só, velho. Meu Deus, velho. Mano, eu espero que esse bug de movimento não seja permanente, velho. Porque se for, fudeu. Nossa, vai ser uma desgraça pegar isso aqui tudo. Caralho. Com 3 vezes de dano ainda tancou bastante. Ah, é porque eu acho que o boss tem limite de dano, né? Tá, o fato de eu estar vindo aqui com metade da quantidade de scroll que eu deveria normalmente deve ser um nosso nó. Ou eu vou dar dano razoável ou vou demorar 3 anos. É, razoável. Caralho, o Perry foi troll aí. Eu vou deixar ele beber, né? É, ele só fica bebendo mesmo, tá? Meu Deus. Oxi. Tem que ser isso, né? Será que não? Ah. Tá bom. Okay. Mano, esses caras que 8 são muito assustadores, velho. Já que eu achei que era meio ruim no início, mas agora eu tô vendo como que é. Essa build parece que é parecido com aquela arma que é uma tumba. Porque você tem que dar os 3 ataques pra ser funcional. Parece bem interessante, só que eu não vou usar ela ainda. Tô gostando desses dois aqui. É. Não. Nossa, eu quero ver quanto que vai demorar pra eu fazer isso aqui sem dano. E já deu pra essa arma, eu vi muito bem. Os caras falam muito bem essa arma aqui, velho. Eu não sei se vai dar pra desbloquear ela direto agora. Mano, que arma foda, velho.
Well, I guess you gotta work some overtime then. If you're masochistic enough to go for yet another night, the sixth night exists only to punish you. And after going through several attempts trying to beat the sixth night, you get commended for being a valiant. But after this night, you get given a paycheck of $100 for your hard work over the week. I'm going to devour the rich. 2 games in, and we've been grossly underpaid. Why am I still here? If you look closely at the paycheck you've been given, you'll notice that it's dated 12th of November 1987 or the 11th of December 1987, I don't care. The point is, if it hadn't been made obvious by some of the hints throughout the game, such as the animatronics being able to walk around during the day, and the fact the phone guy is still alive, this game is indeed a prequel
Se não
to the
fosse
first
o
game.
primeiro danozinho, mano.
Starts to get blocked by a version of yourself, but he's black. This bear seems to be blocking your attempts to feed the children into the void, and he follows your path, so you have to think of a way to cross him and break his ankles, allowing you to reach the kids. It's after this round that the game then realizes it's supposed to be a Five Nights at Freddy's game and channels its inner moniker. This game is not a simulator. I lied. I lied to all of you. You're actually playing L.A. Noire, but with animatronics instead of moderately human characters. You're introduced to a brand new voice on a cassette tape similar to the phone guy we all know and love. We'll call him Whoa, whoa, whoa. The hell is wrong with you? The true bulk of the game is introduced right here, and Hand Units offers you a tutorial as to what to do, complete with many conflicting art styles and the sarcastic gallows humor that's continued over from sister location. I actually like this opening cutscene as it's aesthetically similar to many job tutorial videos and infomercials that people would receive in this era on their first day on the job. And our job is pretty simple. We're a franchisor of Fazbear Enter, as Scott decides to bring back some prized mechanics from Five Nights at Freddy's 3, namely the agonizingly slow monitors. As slow as the monitors are, however, the technology within them is way ahead of its time, and we could really do with some of these features on this PC. Your mission starts off with ordering absolutely everything for your restaurant, from the cups to the pizza kits. No need to worry about banking information or anything of the sort, because it's really just a one-click purchase. It may happen that during your purchases and tasks, your PC might suddenly be infected by a virus.
Mano, esse ataque, velho. Hollow Knight. Ok, eu vou ter que treinar ele. Isso é porque eu tô com a porra dessa alma roubada, caralho. Mas ainda tem... Não, eu quero curar, caralho. Tá porra. Mano, foda que tá sendo achar lugar pra eu atacar ele. É difícil pra caralho, velho.
Have had this 3-stage rock archetype from Geodude to the most recent Nocli line, which you find near the first half of the game. Like, not the very beginning, but right after that, as the creatures start to get slowly wackier as you get accustomed to this fighting world. Anyways, what bigger 3-stage rock topic is there for my STEM-based region other than the rock cycle? It's a bit elementary, yes, but it's near the beginning of the game, and I hope people can see these rock monsters and recognize what they're going for, because we're starting with Igneum, an Igneous Stone, just a pure geotype. Igneous rocks are the ones.
Mano. Não posso falar que eu amei esse modo de jogo, não.
Transmite aí pra não ficar chato. Mano, eu vi umas cenas que eu fiquei horrorizado, velho. São Paulo, parece que isso vai pra cabeça.
Nossa, mal dá pra escutar.
Tá muito alto aí?
Não, acho que a voz tá baixa.
Não é porque estava desconfigurado. Sim, São Paulo tá parecendo uma cidade apocalíptica, né?
Sempre
Tá
foi.
tudo, não, mas tipo, tá tudo alagado, os carros, tipo, tudo abandonado fora de rota, assim, fora da estrada. Tipo, pessoas desaparecendo no meio da água, sendo arrastada pela enchente. Os bombeiros procurando debaixo dos caminhões, debaixo dos destroços pra ver se acha as pessoas.
Caraca, eu tô surpreso que o dano desse negócio não é tão grande.
Accounts, because this is a very rare, unique case, and I promise it almost certainly will not work out this well for you. But anyway, that's the story of the Japanese biker who tricked Japan into thinking he was a hot girl online. If you like this video, check out the video about the man who sued his wife for ugly babies. I'm out.
You wanted a promotion? Here it is. What's the shot?
They always make British people the bad guys in media, by the way. Always. They always do that. Human face. Yeah, it looks horrifying as well, just because it's like an actual picture as opposed to art. It's just a straight up scan. Yeah, there it is. It's obviously like all in the head, like his mind palace. He's retreated to his mind palace.
Porra, velho. Eu duvido que eu vou matar o teu faz tão rápido.
The skeleton heads, bro, I'm dead. They just got told a really funny joke. I actually hate how my humans evolve so much. I just see these and I just think of like a TikTok where you've got the rotating skull. If you see like a TikTok or a YouTube short and it's got the rotating skull, it's over.
Yes.
Bro, I'm dead.
Acho que tem jogos diferentes. Tem que torcer pra eu não ferrar nada, velho. Eu odeio esse cara, velho. Tem uns ataques impossíveis, velho.